Hello everybody. One morning you wake up to find your cornfield has been ravaged, plowed, trampled. The first culprit that comes to mind is wild boars. With the wild boar population exploding beyond 6 million nationwide, wild boars are now causing agricultural and property damage of more than $2.5 billion annually, according to USDA estimates. Not to let this situation continue any longer, the farmers living in the suburbs hired us, a team of professional hunters hunting wild boar by helicopter to stop their destruction before it gets out of control. When the call came, we didn't hesitate. We rushed to the scene and saw the aftermath of the chaos. The fields torn apart, the fences destroyed, the ground turned to mud. A herd of wild boars, huge and ferocious and destructive. As our helicopters cut through the morning mist, the rotor blades cutting through the air with a deafening roar, the rugged terrain below seemed insignificant. From above, we spotted them, black shapes darting through the underbrush. I gripped my rifle. The moment had come. A series of sharp cracks echoed across the valley, and one by one, the beasts fell, their rampage ending as quickly as it had begun.
Call that one Ric Flair. Woo!
The hunt was not over. Another group burst out of the trees, crashing through the underbrush in a desperate attempt to escape. To no avail. We were equipped with the latest equipment, including automatic rifles capable of firing 600 rounds per minute.
I think y'all are. I believe so.
Their speed was impressive, but our accuracy was deadly. Within minutes, the dust settled and silence returned to the land. 17 wild boars lay motionless, each a reminder of how quickly nature could be tamed with preparation and firepower. Soaring hundreds of feet above the rugged wilderness, the mission gave me a rush of adrenaline. The panoramic views below were breathtaking, but it was the breathtaking chase that truly captivated the soul. one unforgettable mission, my eyes locked on a huge, lone figure charging through the underbrush, a full-grown male boar, perhaps weighing more than 250 pounds and known to ravage acres of farmland in a single night. As the helicopter descended, blades cutting through the air in a rush, adrenaline pumping. There it was, muscles bulging, tusks glinting in the sunlight, hurtling like a bullet through the underbrush. I aimed, and the world narrowed to a target. A shot rang out, echoing across the wilderness. The beast fell instantly. A perfect shot, and the horror of the fields was no more. See target in the tree line to the northeast. I shouted. The pilot circled the plane in the direction I was pointing. And there they were, a flock of them .20 wild boars, sprinting from the forest to the harvested fields. Their thick bodies punched through the trees, running as fast as they could. The helicopter descended to an altitude of just below 60 feet, close enough to kick up dust and knock birds out of trees. I leaned out of the opening, resting my rifle on the edge of the door. The first shot rang out, clean and accurate. One pig fell instantly. The others, in a chaotic formation, zigzagged across the field. I fired again. Another fell. The shots were deafening. The pilot tried to follow their course to keep up with the herd. It was a chaos of aircraft noise, wind, gunfire, and a mind-boggling battle of precision and speed. In less than 5 minutes, the once powerful group of wild boars had fallen silent. We circled back, confirmed 13 wild boars were killed in just one day, in one flyby. These animals are not just raiders on the farm. They are intelligent, and many retreat to the forest cover in the heat of the day. We turn our attention to the forest. Using thermal imaging, we detect several slow-moving heat signatures beneath the canopy. The pilot lowers the plane even further, only about 50 feet off the ground. Visibility is low, branches are whipping through the leaves, and we are hovering almost above the treetops. Through the scope, I spot movement. A giant wild boar, easily weighs more than 300 pounds, was advancing toward a shady ravine. Its skin was scarred, its tusks thick and yellow. This one was a veteran, perhaps the leader of the previous raid. I exhaled, aimed behind its shoulder, and pulled the trigger. The shot hit hard. The animal staggered, then crashed into the bushes and lay still. During the trip hunting wild boar by helicopter this time, we were deep in an area where the landowner had suffered multiple raids. The mission became more intense as we flew low over a field. A group of nearly 20 boars burst out of the tall trees, trying to reach the safety of the nearby woods. The helicopter banked hard to pursue them, the rotor blades cutting the wind as we closed the distance. Focusing on the target, I pulled the trigger. A boar collapsed mid-flight, followed by another and another. The remaining boars scattered, their every move tracked from above. The helicopter swooped forward, cutting off their escape route. In the bushes ahead, we spotted two huge boars trying to hide in a bush. I steadied my rifle and took them both out with pinpoint accuracy. In the woods not far away, we encountered more boars, lone adults and small groups trying to stay undetected. Each sighting was met with swift, clean action. The roar of the propellers kept them scattered, but from above, there was nowhere to hide. We coordinated our angles, kept in constant communication with the pilot, and neutralized every target before they could disappear into the wilderness. After 4 hours of clearing, 50 wild boars were killed. For the farmers, it meant crops saved, fences secured, and peace of mind restored. These were more than statistics, they were results. They were victories in a war that few outside rural communities realized was going on. Hunting wild boar by helicopter, it's not for the faint of heart. It requires skill, speed, and discipline. But for those who have seen the devastation firsthand, and for the landowners who depend on these crops for their survival, it's an essential control method. From the sky, we gain the advantage. We see the patterns. We chase them. And for a few hours every day, we strike back at the chaos unfolding below.